Morning, everyone. This morning, I just want to look at two big questions. And the first one is, what is God doing right now? And the second is, how can I or we be a part of it? So I've been looking at Matthew 6, verses 30 to 33 in the Message version, and it says, steep your life in God reality, God initiative, and God provision. Don't worry about missing out. You'll find all your everyday human concerns will be met. Give your entire attention to what God is doing right now, and don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. So, in the first line, steep your life in God reality, God initiative, and God provision. So, what does that actually mean? So, God reality is seeing things in the state of things, seeing things as they actually exist. Not an idealistic version, but a God version. Seeing things through God's eyes, seeing situations through God's eyes. And then God initiative. That's the ability to assess and the power or opportunity to act or take charge. So not necessarily acting on things that God wouldn't want us to act on. Not wasting our time on things that God doesn't concern himself with. So concern ourselves with and use discernment to see what we need to get involved in, what we shouldn't get involved in, what is good for our souls, what isn't good for our souls, what brings us closer to God, what disconnects us from God. And the final one, God provision. Reliance on God, reliance that he will give us everything we need. And I just think that first line, steep your life in God reality, so seeing things through God's eyes, God initiative, acting on the things we should act on, being a part of things we should be a part of, and staying away from things that disconnects us with God, and God provision, reliance on God that he will provide us with everything we need. So don't worry about missing out. You'll find all your everyday human concerns will be met. Give your entire attention to what God is doing right now, and don't get worked about what may or may not happen tomorrow. So I'm a planner. I like looking forward. I like making plans. I like making plans with my career, with our family, with our house. What we'll be doing in 5 years' time, what we can afford now, what we can't afford now. And I struggle with giving my entire attention to what God is doing right now. I struggle to live in the here and now. And so this is challenging for me to read this and go, give my entire attention to what God is doing right now. Am I doing that, or am I always looking forward? Am I never gonna be a part of anything because I'm always looking to the future? So what is God doing right now, and how can I be a part of it? How can I see things through God's eyes? How can I look at a situation and discern whether God wants me to get involved or not? And how do I fully rely on him? And this morning I don't have the answers. These are the big questions I've been asking myself over the last few weeks, and particularly because I've had a reasonable amount of time on my hands at the moment, and I don't know what God's doing right now. I think this is a really weird situation we're in. And so what is God doing right now? And I've been having lots of conversations about what people think God is doing right now, in their lives and generally. And I don't think many people do have a lot of answers right now, but I think it's something we really need to pray into and really need to be a part of. I don't think we should miss this opportunity to be a part of what God's doing. And so that's my challenge for you today. Really ask God, what is he doing right now, and how can I or how can we be a part of that?